How's it going, Amazing Blue fans? Season ain't over just because we done lost 2 games. It ain't over yet, so let's just get into it. I'm going to do a preview of Michigan versus Minnesota, and this is for the Little Brown Jug, and Little Brown Jug game is taken pretty serious. Like, they want that jug, so we can expect to get the best out of Minnesota, no matter what that is. But we can expect to get the best out of them. So let's just get into it. As always, like, share, subscribe to my page, and I'm gonna keep the videos coming out for you because I love to talk Michigan sports, Michigan football, and I know y'all love to hear about it. So Minnesota is 4-4, I want to say, and they've only beat like one major conference team, which is Illinois. They've lost to the rest of them. All their wins are like Illinois, Middle Tennessee State. It's a bunch of mid-major schools. So Michigan should kind of come out like they usually do and actually, take over the game later on in the game. Start off kind of slow. But with Brandon Peters, I'm hoping we can actually, with him actually getting to practice and him actually being a quarterback that has pocket presence and can trust his arm downfield, that maybe we can blow them out in the first half, and we won't have to be sweating third and fourth quarter. Because Minnesota, they're not really that good. I mean, I already told you what their record is. They're not that good. They've got a couple backs out, but it's Minnesota. So anybody that follows the Big Ten knows Minnesota is a running team and they have a stable of backs. But their passing game is not very good. So if Michigan stops the running attack, this game should be pretty easy with a lot of 3-and-outs and, just getting the ball back so much that you're gonna put some points on the board because you're getting the ball back. But this game is really just about getting Peters more accustomed to being the starter, getting more accustomed to playing with the number ones and everything, and just getting in a rhythm. Like, this is your team from the rest of this season to next season. This is your squad. This is your team. So put your stamp on it. So that's all I'm looking for, and for the offensive line that can continue. Well, I can say they played good last week. They did, but the competition was Rutgers, so you really don't know how good they'll play against another team because Rutgers is just garbage. Like, let's be honest, they're garbage. So you really don't know how good the offensive line, if they're improving or if they were just playing a team so bad that they just looked like they improved. Because I've seen it happen a lot of times where it's just the talent level is so big that you think you've got a good offensive line. Then you play a team like Ohio State or Michigan State and you realize our offensive line is pretty bad. Like, they're bad. Like, we can't block, we can't run block, we can't pass block. They're getting pressure with 4. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they continue and they just play with a chip on their shoulders because they got a young guy in there and he needs to be protected because this is the future. So that's all I want to see from that. It's all about Peters and getting back to Michigan football. We got a real QB in, so let's just get him accustomed. Get him accustomed to being the guy and getting it done. Defense, I just want to see the defense fly around more. This is going to be a game where there's going to be a lot of running up the middle and stuff like that. So if you over pursue on a counter, there's going to be those cutbacks. So just want to see the defense play consistent and stop over pursuing so much because they get out of position. And if they've got some fast dudes, I'm not sure. I haven't really watched Minnesota all this year, so I don't know if they have any burners. Excuse me. I don't know if they have any burners, but Michigan has trouble with dudes with speed. Like, we always have trouble with those kind of dudes. Those one cut and gone type dudes. So I'm not really sure about that, but Minnesota will run that ball down your throat, and they're going to be patient with it. So, but this game, I mean, Michigan has the defense to stop that, so I'm not worried about it too much. It's just really the offense. If the offense doesn't move the ball, Michigan's defense will be on the field, and when your defense is on the field all the time, bad things can happen, and your defense will get tired and can't get exposed, so to speak. I mean, it's not really getting exposed if you're just so tired. You've been on the field the whole game. But I just want to see that, and I want to see play calling. I want to see the play calling improve now. You got a quarterback that can make all the throws that we believe, so let's get him in there and let's test some throws down the field and everything. Like let's see what this kid can do. But one more thing I wanted to talk about is I know a lot of people are wondering, like I was, like why didn't Harbaugh play Peters earlier in the Penn State game, in the Michigan State, especially the Michigan State game? Because but what I've heard is it was just Harbaugh being stubborn. Like that's what I've heard. It was just him being stubborn and thinking. The word out on Peters is he's quiet. He's a quiet guy. And you know your quarterback has to be a kind of loud type of leader type, you know, alpha male. And Peters is kind of quiet, but I guess Peters' high school coach was telling Harbaugh, like when he recruited him, he's telling him, you need to, he may be quiet off the field, but on the field, you don't have to worry about it because he's going to do what he has to do and get it done, just like we saw last week. So they say it was mostly just Harbaugh being stubborn and not trusting, not thinking he was ready. More, I wouldn't say on the field, but just more vocally the all around, you know, what you have to be a quarterback, you know, just all around that team guy. You know, when everybody's feeling down, you getting them up and, you know, being that boisterous on and off the field. He just trusted O'Korn more with that type of stuff. So that's why he just kept O'Korn in. He didn't trust Peters to be a leader, you know, because when the chips go down, you need your quarterback to still have his head up like he's the best man on the field. So, you know, that's pretty much what I've heard is that's what it was. Peters wasn't vocal enough. But he's in now, so, and he's the future, like, so I'm just want to see him get out there, compete, and give us some motivation for next year, and hopefully we can beat Wisconsin and beat Ohio State. Like, our season isn't over. If we can, especially, hey, if we lose every game this season, but we beat Ohio State, hey, that's something we haven't done in a while. We need to get that. We need to get that done. We need to beat OSU, that state down north, that team down north. I mean down south, that team down south. We need to take care of that. Because I know y'all, if y'all like me, I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. I thought Penn State was going to beat them, and Penn State choked the game away. But it is what it is. So, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about Peters in his first game. And do y'all think... Me, honestly, I think we probably would have won that Michigan State game if he was in. Like, I really do. Because second half, we didn't do anything, and they didn't do it. Second half, we scored, and then we didn't score anymore, and they didn't score anymore. Like, with a quarter and a half to go. Like, that's a lot of time. But, I mean, it's water under the bridge at this point. But let's just hope that we can get back on track, because even though the season might be a wash to us as like we're not going to the playoff, the rest of the season, recruits are watching how we react and how we play. I mean, how we play. If we're going to be winning and how our QB plays, how our O-line is, recruits are watching. And yeah, we've got some good recruits, but we need more corners. Our depth at corner is not there. We need more corners, and we need just more depth on defense. And we need some speedsters on offense. We need some speed. Like dudes that can come in. They don't have to redshirt because they're just fast. Like, I'm not redshirting this guy because he's got too much talent and too much speed. Like, we need some dudes like that. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Just like, share, subscribe as always. And for everybody that's subscribed to my page, I appreciate the love in the comments. And I'm going to keep the videos coming. I appreciate it. And as always, go blue.